Hello, everyone. Thank you to the Upper Freehold Regional School District and the Board of Education for taking the time to listen to my proposal and take it into consideration to be used within your district. Throughout their adolescent years, students experience a variety of courses designed to provide a well-rounded education and prepare them for future careers. One of these required courses is science. Science is a very broad discipline that encompasses many different fields, which are all aimed at helping individuals understand the natural and social world around them. Stonebridge Middle School in Allentown, New Jersey has a large population of children ages 10 to 14 that are all required to take courses that encompass different scientific topics depending on grade level and are subject to yearly testing. The average science classroom has around 20 to 25 students, and with four grade levels present at Stonebridge Middle School, as well as two different semesters, there are 160 to 200 students every year that are taking science courses and not gaining proficient knowledge in science topics. Studies show that during yearly NJSLA, which is the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment, this science testing scores collected are exponentially lower than those of other subjects. Proficiency or passing rates on the New Jersey Student Learning Assessments were 52.2% in English Language Arts, 39.6% in math, and 24.8% in science. Science scores have remained low since the test was first introduced in 2019. In order to combat this lack of proficiency in science, my proposal suggests the use of the 5V instructional method as a form of inquiry-based learning, which will help students gain a better knowledge of science processes and thus be more engaged in the course as a whole. The 5E model represents the 5 E's that the teacher will follow in their curriculum, which includes engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. The use of the inquiry-based learning at Stonebridge Middle School will ultimately improve students' problem-solving skills, boost academic performance with statewide testing scores, as well as allow them to build strong scientific knowledge and gain skills like independent thinking. You can see here examples of four different school districts that have implemented the use of the inquiry-based learning and the 5E instructional method, as well as the proposed phases that will help us achieve our goals. So our infographic has the four different school districts, which is Northwest Ohio Science Classrooms, Georgia High School, Gazabo District, Rwanda, and secondary education charter schools in Barcelona. And all four of these schools have implemented the 5E instructional model and have written case studies about them, which all of them interact with one of the five phases that we have here below. Phase one, initial proposal, which is meeting with the Board of Education and superintendent, as well as teachers. Phase two is assembling the supplies, discussing the proposal and possible funders, and purchasing science kits and lab equipment. Phase three is the professional development, where teachers go through a 2-week training period on the 5E instructional model. Phase four is when teachers will implement their new training with the 5E instructional method in their science classroom based on their typical students. And phase five, evaluation, is much like the last step of the 5E instructional model, where teachers will evaluate the effectiveness of the program with pre and post testing. To successfully implement the 5E instructional model in Stonebridge Middle School's science classrooms, funding will be required to provide students and teachers with appropriate materials, training, and ongoing support throughout the school year. The largest portion of the budget would go toward the purchase of hands-on science kits and laboratory materials to support inquiry-based learning, such as the Lego Education Essentials Kit and other grade appropriate STEM resources. Altogether, the initial implementation cost is projected to be around $7,500. A more detailed proposal and budget will be on your table by December 10th. To conclude, promoting inquiry-based learning at Stonebridge Middle School will ultimately improve students' problem-solving skills, boost academic performance and statewide testing scores, as well as allow them to build strong scientific knowledge and gain skills like independent thinking. These students can become future biologists, chemists, physicists, doctors, nurses, and more, and they are able to do so by learning science through understanding. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.